Question 24. There are two tanks on a property, Tank A and Tank B. Initially, Tank A holds 1,000 litres of water and Tank B is empty. Part A. Tank A begins to lose water at a constant rate of 20 litres per minute. The volume of water in Tank A is modelled by V equals 1,000 minus 20T, where V is the volume in litres and T is the time in minutes from when the tank begins to lose water. On the grid below, draw the graph of this model and label it as Tank A. Okay, so there's our grid. Okay, let's go to our equation. So this is a linear equation, so it's going to produce a straight line. The 1,000 represents the y-intercept. Okay, so basically we're looking for the term without the t, and that's our y-intercept. So I'm just going to put a mark there to represent our y-intercept. And it's losing 20 litres of water per minute, so we need another point. So let's go back to our grid. We'll just pick a convenient value of t. So let's say, I don't know, 50. And let's see how much water is in the tank at the 50-minute mark. Okay, so V equals 1,000 minus 20 times 50, and we get 0. So the tank is in fact empty at the 50-minute mark. Okay, well, after 50 minutes, so it's good to put a little cross there, so a little mark to indicate that point. And we have 2 points, so let's draw in our line. Okay, so I would recommend that you use a clear ruler. Okay, so just makes it easier. You can see through it. So here we go. And let's label it as Tank A. Actually, I might just put it up here. Okay. All right, let's have a look at part B. Tank B remains empty until t equals 15 when water is added to it at a constant rate of 30 litres per minute. So by drawing a line on the grid on the previous page or otherwise, find the value of t when the two tanks contain the same volume of water. Okay, so I think we'll just use the graph. It's probably going to be easier. Okay, so we know at the 15-minute mark, okay, tank B is initially empty and it's filling. So at the rate of 30 litres per minute. Okay, so what we need to work out is another point on this grid. So we can draw the line that represents the volume of water in tank B at a given point in time. So what we can say is, well, let's just say after 20 minutes, let's work out how much water is in tank B, and then that way we can plot our point. So, okay, so so it's 30 litres per minute times 20, which equals 600 litres. So on the grid, when t is in fact equal to 35. Okay, so this 20 minutes just means that since tank B started to fill, so it's from when tank B started filling, okay, which is from this point here. After 20 minutes from this point, tank B has 600 litres. So that's going to be at the 35-minute mark, and we'll just go to this point here, and just put a little X there, just to mark the volume, to mark the point where there's 600 litres after 35 minutes. Okay, in tank B. Let's join the points. So we'll draw in our line. Okay, so that's that there. Okay, and I might just continue that along. Yep. And let's call that one tank B. All right. And to answer the question fully, we need to work out, obviously, at what point what value of t when the two tanks in fact contain the same volume of water. So that's the point of intersection. That's what we're trying to find. So it's very similar to those break-even type analysis questions where we're looking for the point where the profit equals the loss, except this is now applied to water. So this is the point that we want there. Okay, so if we project downwards, okay. So looking at the grid, the volume of water in both tanks is equal at the 29-minute mark. Okay, so from the graph, in both tanks at t equals 29 minutes. Okay, part C, using the graphs drawn or otherwise, find the value of t where t is greater than 0. So that means t can't equal 0. When the total volume of water in the two tanks is 1,000 litres. So that means that whatever's in tank A plus whatever's in tank B is equal to 1,000. And so what we'll need to do is to look at various points sort of on the grid, and this is where a ruler would come in handy as well. So let's say at the 15-minute mark, okay, we have 700 litres of water in tank A, 0 litres of water in tank B to give you a total of 700. Okay, so if you're say moving along to say the 25-minute mark, you've got 300 litres of water, okay, in tank B, and 500 litres of water in tank A. That's 800, so it still doesn't get us to the 1,000 litre mark. Okay, so if you move along, in fact, in trying these various points, and you'll get to a nice convenient point here. So let's say at the 45-minute mark, you've got 100 litres of water in tank A, and you've got 900 litres of water in tank B, and that gives you your 1,000 litres. So okay, that occurs again at the 45-minute mark. Okay, find the value of t. Okay, so okay, and that's from the graph. You could solve this using algebra, but I think it's just easier using the graph.